Hey, welcome my scrapping friends. I'm Vanessa and welcome to Scrapping It Up, and we are continuing our journey with our Rouge album. This is part 3. I will link everything else down below for you. This should be the last video for the construction aspect of it. I do have a tutorial that you can purchase just for $8 if you want the cutting guide right beside you. I am giving out measurements during class, but if you want to purchase this, it's just $8. I'll put the link down below. Just kind of help support my channel so I can do stuff like this with you guys, okay? And it gives you a cutting guide right beside you. Totally up to you, all right? So in the first video, we got all the pages made. Second one, we got the cover and everything made. So let's work on the inside of this. And we got our folio, floating folio hinge done. Okay, now my other one, I used red and a light pink. It's a dark red to accent the album. And so I'm going to be doing the same thing with this one, okay? So let's put our pages aside, okay? And let's get the inside of our front covers. So you had piece G, H, and I, and J that goes on the, and W, okay, goes on the front side. And there's the measurements for W, 6 by 9.5, scoring on the 9.5 inch side at 1/2 inch. Okay, piece X and Y is a slanted pocket again, okay. So there's the measurements, 4.5 by 7.25 for X, and you're scoring on the 7.25 inch side, 1/2 inch on each end, 4.5 inch side at 1/2 inch. Y, and we're doing this just like we did piece K and L. I just have a little bit different size. 7 by 7.25. You're scoring on the 7.25 inch side at 1/2 inch, and then the 7 inch side at 1/2 inch on the 7 inch side. That's X and Y, okay? And these are G, H, I, and J pieces. And then I added W, okay? So that's our pieces. So let's get our pieces all ready to go. Okay, X and Y. Okay, there's Y and there's X. We're going to miter right through the X when we scored. Okay, we done this on piece K and L earlier. Okay, right through that X. Now you're going to fold and burnish. And we're doing the same measurements. We're going to do the 5 and the 3, just like we did in our page design. Okay. And inside that tutorial, you'll get the cutting guide, written instructions, and I will put all the classes in there as well. And I will be recording the decorating process and putting in there as well. Okay, so again, you want your folds. Let's see, no, we want it opposite. So our fold is going to go on this side. Okay, our fold is on this side because it's opposite of what it was when we done our pages. Okay. So again, your pencil and ruler. You're going to measure 5 inches from the folded edge. 5 inches. Make a little tick mark and take it all the way down to the very corner. Okay. This one here is 3 inches from the folded edge. Okay. 3 inches from the folded edge. Make you a little tick mark and take it down to the corner. And then you're just going to cut that off. Okay. Do that to both pieces. All right. So Y is going to go right on top of X. Oh, wait, no, I think I offset it a little bit. I think I did. I did. So 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to have to move this little guy. I offset it like 1/4 of an inch, maybe 3/8. And one of mine is it's just a tad bit longer. Yeah. Wow, it's way long. So when that happens, I'm just going to stick it in my scoreboard and rescore it. Okay. That does happen. So just kind of pull on it just a little bit till you get it to where your new score line is. And burnish. Now you may have to recut your angle. Okay. You may have to recut your X just a little, miter, just a little bit more. Okay. There we go. Now it should fit. 1/4 of an inch to 3/8. I'm probably going just a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch. Okay. Take your tape off. Wow. And I see this one's still hanging over a little bit, so I'm just going to put it where it needs. And if that puckers, that's okay with me. I just don't want this down here being that far off. Okay. So if it puckers a little bit, I don't have a problem with that. I just don't want it to hang over, and it will pucker just a little bit, and that's okay. That just means I can fit more in the pocket. Yay. Who doesn't like to fit more in a pocket? So there's the back side. Okay, let's work on this front side. You have piece W, 6 by 9.5. You're scoring on the 9.5 inch side at 1/2 an inch. That's piece W. Now you already have the measurements for G, H, I, and J. Okay, this is piece W. Okay, so now I'm going to do piece G. Let me double check. Pretty sure that is piece G. Where's my pages? Yes, piece G is G, then H, I, and J. And I'm going to do them in the same fashion. I'm going to put piece G right on top of piece W. And I'm going to line it up to where I have the same amount of space from top to bottom. Stick her down. Okay. Piece H right on top of piece G. And I'm going to taper since it is the same size as the one I'm laying it down on. So I tapered. Let's see. Piece H. I gotta look, sorry. I think piece H is still Yep. Piece H, again, right on top of where you just put piece G. Line it. Oh, my piece G is a little bit bigger. Yeah, got a little bit. Should be 5.5. This one's okay. So let me put this in my cutter. Hopefully I can 5.5. I just need to cut off just a hair. Okay, that should do it. And maybe this piece was a little bit shorter. Well, it's just a hair shorter. You want these to be the same. Yeah, it's pretty close. Right on top, right along that edge. Line it up. Make sure you're right along the edge with it. I may have to trim. Sorry, my head's going to get in the way. It's still just a hair off. But it's even with that one. Let's see. Okay, I'm just going to say that one's just a little bit shorter. All right. I'll make it look. Okay. When you got it, take your tape off. Okay. Piece I, fold towards the bumpy and burnish. And piece J, same thing. Okay. And I am going to taper. Just up to that score line. Don't go past the score line. Okay. Do not pass go. All right. So this one here, I'm going a little bit more than 1/4 of an inch, about 3/8. Yeah, about 1/4 of an inch. So I can put a design strip there. Same way with piece J, I'm going the same amount of space that I did just done. Line it up. Now, see, this edge over here is just a little bit wider. So I'm going to take this down just a hair. Okay. I didn't want that sticking out up there at top. All right. There we go. There's our pieces. All right. Now grab your album. Now this is the time you need to decide if you're going to put decorative paper down beforehand. Okay. And I may. Not decorative, but just cardstock. And I'm using a red, but it's kind of a deeper red. All right. So you just, oh, I don't know. I kind of maybe have the black. If I were to cut my red the same as at 6 inches, I'd have the black peeking. All right. So let's see what it looks like. So let's go 6 inches. Let's go 6 1/8 by and 1/8 of an inch away from your spine area. Okay. So I'm going to go 9 1/2. That'll catch me. You don't want to get into that spine area at all. Okay, at least 1/8 of an inch away, at least. What did I say? 9 and what? Like 9 1/2. Yep, 9 1/2. Okay, so 9 1/2. Okay, so let's see what it looks like. So this we're gonna go here. And then this go here. You have just a tidbit of the red sticking out. And I kind of like that. I kind of like that. Now, ribbon. If you're going to put ribbon on here, now's the time to do it. Okay. A suggestion for the ribbon. I think I'm going to put my ribbon here and then attach my ribbon to here. Do I want to go any smaller? That's covering up my black sheet that I put on there, but that's all right. I like the red peeking through. Okay, so how I do mine, let me put this up here. Okay, I'm going to put ribbon coming out the back side of this. So I'm going to kind of estimate my ribbon length. And I always get too much, but I'd rather get too much than not enough. All right. What I do is a little piece of tie-back. Because if you don't put tie-back on this, and your ribbon's coming out, it will eventually pull your cardstock up. It might even rip your cardstock. So what I do, I put tie-back. And I just save my little pieces. In fact, I probably could have cut that. That's all right. So I'm just going to put my ribbon here. And then I put my tie-back first. Okay. So I'm going to put my tie-back down. I think I'm just going to use glue. This way, it will not rip. Just right along that edge. Just right along the edge, guys. Okay. Then I'll put my ribbon down. Okay. And I'm just going to use my score pile tape for that. Oh, I want to get my center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right there's my center. Okay. There's my ribbon. All right. So then my ribbon, and you can use magnets as well. Okay. So your ribbon would come out there. And now I have tie-back there to help protect that. So this piece here now needs ribbon. And I know I'm getting way too much ribbon, but that's all right. All right. We could go, it'd be easier if we just done both sides coming out that. I was just going to come up over this edge. I thought it might be better to come up over this edge instead. Not very much to attach your ribbon to, because you don't want it to come past your 1/2 inch because your ribbon's, well, no, because we'll put design paper down. So really that doesn't matter, because, oops, let me untie this. Because see, we put paper there, so it's going to hide your ribbon even if it sticks out. That's what I'm doing. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to do her. Okay. So my ribbon will go about right there. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead, get this piece down. Okay. So I'm going to ink it. I'm just going to glue this instead of score paling it. That's all right. We'll try it. And I'll put some extra glue there where the ribbon is at. Make sure I get my edges all nice and good. I probably used too much glue. Okay, it goes down like this. Now I got glue. Yeeks. This is why I don't use glue. All right. So there we go. So now my ribbon here. Where is my ribbon? Oh, it's on the floor. So I'm going to take this off. Hopefully I can do this right. I'm going to try and put it in the middle. So I'm just going to put it on my board. Try and get it in the middle. All right. Now I'm going to stick my tape back on. There. And I'm going to taper this ever so slightly. Okay. Because when we put our design paper on, that way it won't show. All right. So now I'm just going to place this where I want it to be. And I'm leaving a little bit of the red peeking through. Okay. Trying to get it even. And I'll take my tape off. You'd think the tape would be easy to take off. I had it off once. There. Give her a good burnish. Then open it up. Give her a good burnish where that, because we'll be putting design paper there, so that'll cover that ribbon up. Fantastic. And I got way too much. Fantastic. All right, so on the back side, oops, get my, now, how much space do we have here? that we can put our red paper. Perfect. Perfect. Do we do the 9 1/2 again? No. We're going to do 9 3/8. 9 3/8. Okay. 9 3/8. So first I'm going to do my 6 1/8. Okay, my 6 1/8. Now do my 9 3/8. 1 2 3. All right. Always double check before I glue it. Make sure. Okay. Perfect. And I'm about 1/4 inch away from there, and that's about where, well, if we attach our, yeah, we'll attach it with a little bit of the red peeking out. Okay, let me ink this. And we'll get our pages. And normally I just would use design paper, but in this album I tried to be a little bit different, to use decorative punch, use some, plain cardstock. Just trying to do something just a little bit different. Because normally you don't see me use those decorative punches like I did in this one. But the paper was so beautiful, I could not help myself of not grabbing some border punches. All right. Oh, that needs to scooch. All right. Okay, this now, I'm going to let some of the red peek out. I want the red. Okay, so I'm going to try and get it to where it's all even. Okay. Take my tape off. Oh, jeez. And tape. And then we'll get our pages. Oh, jeez, me and tape. Now, do you guys want to see me decorate this here, right here on YouTube? I mean, I would only, do like 3 classes, and do the main, like, doing stuff like this. I won't, I'll record some videos and just put it inside the tutorial, but if maybe matting this, and matting some of our pages, some of the decorative elements that I've added to this album. Now, for this middle, I think I'm going to go 2 1/8. Hopefully, yes, 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 yes. Okay, so 6 1/8. 6 1/8. And then 2 1/8. Then I'll check it to make sure. Save these little pieces, okay? because like these little pieces can go here on some of these aspects. All right, so I'm going to fold that thing over. I'll make sure that I'm not in any of that spine area. I think, well, actually, I think we can go down to 2. Okay, so like this little piece I just cut off, I would put it right here. Okay. Yeah, I think 2 is going to be much better. Yeah, that's fine with me. So let me ink this. I mean, I can do some of the harder parts with you guys on, I don't want to do the whole thing. I mean, it'd be way too many videos, but I will record, I will record myself and I will put it inside the tutorial. But if you guys would like to see some of the decorating aspect, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments. And like I said, if you happen to have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, this should run right along your black cardstock that we put down. And sorry, my head's going to get in the way, guys. I want to make sure I get this on right. Yeah, I've done this one in black. The other one's done in craft. I wanted to see what it would look like in black versus, you know, the craft color that I used in the other one. All right, so there's that. Now, let's add our pages. Let's add our pages. So I had you number them. Okay. Page 1, page 2, page 3, front. Okay. It makes it so much easier when we go to put these on. You're not searching, oh, which one was that? Okay. So here is my first hinge. And I'm just going to check it, make sure she fits. And you're just putting it up just to that score line. Just up to the score line. Okay. And it works. So I'm just going to take one of them off. Open this up. Oh, I'm going to set that aside. Okay, open it up. And just up to that score line. You want to check your pages to make sure that you're, straight with your album and they look good. Sticking her down. Okay, let's do the second page. That one was the third. Second. Okay, I'm going to open her up. Got my hinge here. I'm just checking it to make sure. She's pretty tight. I've got a little, I don't know if I can cut it off now. Probably not. Make sure you have the front. Okay, make sure you have the front. Yeah, I've got this one down here sticking out, but that's all right. I just don't like that one that does that, but okay. I'm going to take just my top tape off. Okay. Open my pocket up. And stick her up just to that score line. Make sure she's lined up with your other page. Stick her down. Now we got our front one. Page 1. Open her up. Make sure she fits. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, I'm just going to take my front one off. Open it up. Just up to that score line. Do not go past it. Even if it feels like it will fit, don't. Just up to that score line. Make sure she's lined up with your other pages. Nope, don't stick it. That one's a little bit. Okay, there we go. Now I pull it back and check to make sure I'm even. Okay, the hinge was stretched out. Now I'm just accordioning it back. Okay, to make sure all my pages are where they need to be. Now I'm going to flip it over and take my tape off the back side. Okay. Stick her down. Okay. Come on. Jeez. Me and tape today just, of course, it's every day, I think. It's every day. It always does it when I'm on camera. All right. There's our pages. Let me get this tied. And I know I got way too much ribbon, but I'll cut it off when I leave it long until I get it all decorated. Then I cut my ribbon off. And I even increased the spine for you guys. Okay. I gave you a 1/4 inch more spine. Okay. And the reason you have such a space here, okay, my other folio hinge that I first come up with didn't quite have that. But once you start decorating these pages, you know, it lifts. So you got to have this extra space to lift that last page if you get this pretty bulky, which 49th and marker paper is pretty bulky. So I added 2 1/2-inch spaces to accommodate if our album, see, it gives you room. If you get this pretty bulky, it will still flip over everything. See, when you flip through one, you can always pull on your spine and bring that spine out. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. See how that gives you give with your album if you you know, wanted to use some bulky embellishments. Let me know what you think about that. Okay, I've had a lot of people tell me they love this floating folio hinge that I come up with. But I did add that here to help allow for that last page to go over everything. Okay, to see, like in this one, I didn't do it. Okay, see, you don't have that much room here for this page. If this all before it is bulky, it you know, it might have trouble getting over everything. But the one thing about this hinge is you can pull it out. See, I just released it. See that? There's it up. So you can flip through it and you can pull on it, and that helps. All right. Oop, that's our add-on. I can't lose that. And I may do maybe a little bit more decorating with the black. Since I have the black in here, maybe I'll just do red and black. Maybe that's what, ooh, instead of using the pink, because I had this pink set out here, but you know what? I may just use the red and black. And of course, you know, you could always put paper right here on these 2 1/2-inch spaces here. Oh, this album just turned out so cool. Now, I had ribbon on this front, and I forgot all about that. Yeah, I had ribbon on that to keep that all nice and tidy. And the ribbon went there when I put the pages together. Crapolas. Well, you can always use magnets, okay? You can always just grab you some ribbon. Where's my ribbon? You could always... Uh-oh, that just messed up my camera. I am so sorry about that. Crap. I am so sorry. Sometimes I forget about it being up there. You could always just go around the whole thing and tie your ribbon. Okay. How could we? For one thing, you could have the ribbon coming out of here. When you mat your paper, that's, yeah. That's how you could do it. Just like we did, use your little piece of tie-back. Your little piece of tie-back right here. You know, right underneath your design paper where that ribbon comes out. Okay, we'll just pretend. And then have your ribbon coming out here, and then you just tie it here. Perfect. And I think that was the only... Oh, I had ribbon over here too. Crapolas. Well, I'll tell you what. We haven't closed these pockets up yet. Okay. I don't have nothing in these pockets. I didn't design it with anything in the pockets. So when you get ready to glue these, glue your ribbon in there. Okay. And then you're going to do the same thing. Put your little piece of tie back here before you put your design paper. Okay. And then you can have your ribbon to tie it shut here. Perfect. That works. That works. So I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think. Give me a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on, you know, classes or, you know, whatever, album shares, whatever I do. Like I said, if you would like for me to decorate some of this with you, I can. Okay. Just let me know in the comments. If you would like for me to come back on and show you how to finish up the ribbon, we could do that as well. All right. So don't forget, you can purchase the tutorial here for $8 over on my website. I'll put the link down below. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. It is really a cute, very cute album. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to decorate. I'm going to try and decorate it a little bit different than my other one. So yeah. All right, guys, that's all I have for you. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll be seeing you guys later. Bye-bye.